I don't know where to begin, but I think I have to start somewhere before the silence kills me louder than her absence already does. It's been 147 days since she left, and I still wake up every morning reaching to the left side of my bed, the side she never slept on, but which still feels emptier than the rest of my life. Isn't it funny how someone can leave you, and yet their absence takes up more space than their presence ever did? Her name was Lila, or maybe it still is. I haven't said her name aloud in weeks. It sits heavy on my tongue, like a word that's too sacred to utter but too painful to keep swallowing. We met during a thunderstorm. No, seriously. One of those cliché movie moments where you're drenched, pissed at life, and suddenly you bump into someone carrying two umbrellas. One for herself, and the other just in case the universe decided to surprise her. She offered me the spare one. I was soaked already, but I took it anyway. It wasn't about staying dry. It was about staying. I remember the way she smiled when she asked my name, like she already knew it, like she had been waiting her whole life to say it out loud. Aaron, I said. She repeated it like it was a prayer. Aaron, like she was tasting it. I asked hers. Lila, she said. That was it. That was all it took. She was color, and I was grayscale. She loved sunflowers and vintage bookstores and chocolate with sea salt. I was the guy who showed up to parties and stood by the window counting how long I had to stay before leaving wouldn't look rude. She made staying feel like breathing. You know, they don't tell you that when you fall in love, it's not sudden like a lightning bolt. It's a slow ache, a familiarity that wraps around you like warm laundry fresh out of the dryer. That's what she was to me. Comfort, chaos, 1,000 little laughs in between. We dated for 3 years, long enough to know every curve of her body and every fear in her heart, short enough to still remember every first. The first time she fell asleep on my shoulder. The first time she told me about her dad leaving. The first time she cried in the middle of the night because she was scared I'd leave too. I promised I never would. I wish I had broken that promise myself instead of watching her break it with such quiet devastation. We moved in together during the pandemic. Suddenly, love wasn't weekend dates and stolen kisses. It was dishes and disinfectants and disagreements about what to watch next. And yet, I loved her more. I loved the way she danced while brushing her teeth. The way she cried during commercials. The way she whispered goodnight even when we were mad at each other. It was so real, so human, so hers. But something changed. It wasn't sudden. It never is. It starts with fewer texts during the day. Then it becomes more I'm tired and fewer I miss you. One day, she didn't make coffee for me like she always did. Another day, she didn't kiss me goodbye. And one day, she didn't come home. I remember that night like a scar I keep pressing on to remind myself that the pain is still real. She said she needed space, that she was suffocating, that she didn't know who she was anymore. I told her we could figure it out together. She said, "That's the problem, Aaron. I don't want to figure it out with you. I need to figure it out without you." And she left, just like that. A suitcase, a half smile, a kiss on the forehead, like I was her little brother she was outgrowing, not the man she had once said she couldn't imagine a life without. I sat on the couch for hours after she left, not crying, just sitting, just breathing. And the apartment echoed in places it never had before. Her perfume lingered for 3 days, her voice for weeks, her absence still. I texted her the next day. "Did you eat?" Just that. She didn't reply. I kept texting. Little things, jokes we shared, memes she would have laughed at, songs that reminded me of her. No replies. 1 tick. Then 2. But nothing else. I didn't want closure. I wanted her. But closure came anyway. Uninvited, like mold in forgotten corners. I saw her 3 weeks later at a cafe we used to go to. She was with someone else. Laughing. God, the way she laughed. That laugh used to belong to me. It broke me. Not because she moved on, but because I was still stuck in the moment she left. I was still that boy holding the umbrella in the rain, thinking love had finally chosen him. I didn't confront her. I just watched. Then I walked away. I started drinking. Nothing heavy, just enough to blur her name every night. I deleted her photos, then downloaded them again. I blocked her, then unblocked her, hoping she noticed. I didn't tell anyone how badly I was falling apart. Not my friends, not my mom. I just started to disappear a little more every day. I stopped replying to messages, stopped shaving. I went to work and came back like a ghost wearing my skin. People said, It'll get better. Time heals. There's someone else out there. Fuck that. I didn't want better. I wanted her. I didn't want time. I wanted a rewind. I didn't want someone else. I wanted the girl who picked me in the rain. I kept waiting, like an idiot, like a hopeful idiot, for a call, a text, a sign. And then she sent a voice note. I'm sorry, Aaron. I hope you're okay. That was it. No, I miss you. No, I regret leaving. Just a fucking hope. I broke that night. Completely. I screamed into pillows, punched the wall, collapsed in the hallway, crying like a child abandoned in a mall. Because that's what heartbreak is. Not poetic, not cinematic. It's messy, it's ugly, it's throwing up after seeing a photo, it's checking her status at 3 a.m., it's smiling at parties while dying inside. I tried dating again, once. Her name was Mia. She was kind, funny, smart, but she wasn't Lila. And that's not her fault, or mine, or even Lila's. It's just how the heart works. It clings, it betrays, it remembers. Some nights I still dream of her. We're on a beach, holding hands, laughing. She turns to me and says, "We're okay now, right?" And I always wake up crying. I write letters to her sometimes, not to send, just to feel like she's listening. Dear Lila, I still sleep with your side of the bed untouched. Dear Lila, your toothbrush is still in the drawer. Dear Lila, I hate you and I miss you and I love you and I'm sorry. But most of all, dear Lila, I wish I had been enough. I know now she's never coming back, that she found someone who makes her laugh louder, who doesn't forget anniversaries, who doesn't overthink every text, who doesn't come with emotional baggage and childhood trauma. I hope he holds her the way I did, or maybe better. I hope he knows she hates the sound of the wind when she's trying to sleep, that she counts tiles on ceilings when she's anxious, that she loves being held but will never ask for it. I hope he knows she was my entire world, and that losing her didn't feel like a breakup. It felt like a funeral. But the dead one was me, and here I am, still mourning a love that died without warning, still remembering the girl in the rain, still writing to a ghost named Lila.